So with this very dish, we actually don't peel off the cover of the plantain. So the reason we don't peel the cover of the plantain is that the plantains are mostly smaller and it's not the best to peel it, as it's not going to be easy for you to unpeel it. So we're going to cut the sides, then we're going to cook it. So we're going to cut the sides, and we're going to cook it with garden egg sauce and red oil. So this one is too long, then we cut this one into two. So we're going to cut it into pieces, and then we cook it. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this one too into pieces like that. So we're gonna cook it right here. So we're gonna cut this one into pieces. We're gonna cut the plantain into smaller pieces, and then we're gonna cook it nicely. So we cut this one, we'll put it in the pan. Okay. So we call it Akauwu, and it's mostly taken among the indigenes. It's an old ancient food from Ghana. So it's an ancient way of cooking plantain. We're gonna cut into pieces. We're gonna cut them into pieces and boil. And like I told you, it's gonna go with garden eggs. We're gonna do it with garden egg sauce. We're gonna do it with garden egg sauce with red oil, salted fish, and as well as some boiled egg as well. So that's how I do my akauwu. I'm going to show you my akauwu. It's one of the finest and the most organic ways of cooking plantain. So we're going to watch the next one. So we're going to slice this one too. We're going to slice into smaller piece, and then we're going to dip it in here as well. We're going to add water to it and then we boil it. So this one is bigger. Let me cut it down to piece. So we have our akauwu there. Okay, I think there are some other ones here I need to add. So you see our akauwu is getting in shape. I'm going to show you how we're going to handle it after we have finished cooking it. Now we're going to put water on it. We're going to add water and then boil. So we're gonna add water to it. We're gonna add water, and then we are going to boil it for some time. We're gonna add water, cook it. So here we go. Now we're going to cook it, but once we cook it as traditional practice, we're going to put the garden eggs on it and put the garden eggs together with it. we have our garden eggs here. Guys, this is not a professional cooking channel. It's cooking vlog, sharing delicious foods that I cook with you. So we're gonna slice this one into pieces as a garden eggs. So we're gonna slice this. If there's any bad part, we're not gonna take the bad part from there. We're gonna take all the bad part. We're gonna take all the bad parts from it. We're gonna take all the bad parts. So we take the bad part. So now we're gonna put them in here for it to boil together with the plantain. Then we're gonna cut this one into a much nicer shape. And then we're gonna put this one, let me cut this one into pieces. We're gonna put this one here, put this one there, put this one here as well. Then we're gonna cut this one to that. I always use blunt knife because I'm afraid of my fingers. So cut this one into smaller so it boils quick with the plantain. So we're gonna put our garden eggs in. And then here we go. Let me change the rhythm of the fire so that the fire can. So now we're gonna have our plantain together with the garden eggs boiled. But whilst we do that, we're also going to add pepper. We're going to put pepper too on top of it. So now we're going to add our pepper. So we'll break the stalk from the pepper. We'll break the stalk from the pepper. We're going to put the pepper in. You should make sure that it doesn't go underneath. Otherwise, when we are taking it out, it's going to be a headache. So we're going to put it on top of it for it to boil for a while. So put it on just to steam it. Pepper wouldn't take long. We'll take the pepper from the fire. So now we're gonna leave the pepper to boil together with the tea. So now you see we have the whole thing on fire now. Now let it clear here, and then we'll go on to the next stage. So I will boil this one. The whole thing is going to go with egg, so we need to also boil eggs. We're going to boil egg too separately, and then we prepare. And then we're also going to boil our salt fish. So we have our salted fish here. We're going to boil it as well. So now let's get rid of the mess here. I'm going to keep the table clean. I'm gonna also prepare my onion down. The onion that we use for the sauce, I'm gonna prepare it down. So I'm gonna slice it as well down. So I'm gonna get my onions also chopped. We're gonna use some of the onion to also fry the red oil. So now I'm gonna slice my onion down for the red oil that we use for our sauce. So now get the onion in check. So let me slice it down. I also prepare the Akauwu. So slice the onion down and see. Nice one here. So we're gonna put it in the plate somewhere here. Its time will come when we are ready for that. I'm gonna use it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is to work on the salt fish. I'm also going to boil the salt fish as well. I'm going to boil the salt fish and then leave it down for it to become a bit dry. Alright, so let me boil the salt fish first. Now we have our plantain cooking now. About plantain cooking. So I'm going to prepare the salt fish down. Because the salt fish, the bone can be sharp. So you have to take it with care before it pinches me. So this is the salt fish. We're gonna boil it. So let me cut this long thing from here. It's a long bone here. That bone must be cut. So I have the fish in check, the salted fish from Africa. I'm going to remove the pepper. I'm going to work on the pepper very soon. So this is the salt fish. Yeah, we're going to boil it. We're going to be boiling our salt fish. So we'll put our salt fish here on fire and then we're going to boil it. We're going to boil it slowly. So we're going to boil the salt fish here. Now we need to take out the pepper, but the pepper shouldn't spend much time on fire. So we're gonna bring the pepper out of the pan. We're gonna bring the pepper. So we're boiling our salt fish. You can see the salt fish. Yes, we're boiling it. So we need to take the pepper out from the And with this type of traditional way of cooking, we're not going to use electronic blender. We're going to use this blender here. This African blender is called Akauwu. That's what we're going to use. So we're going to take the pepper from the plantain. Take the pepper from the plantain one by one. That is why we didn't put it underneath. That is why we didn't put it underneath. That was bringing it out to become a problem. So we're going to take the pepper step by step. Step by step. One by one. We're going to take them one by one. But we need to leave the garden eggs to boil. We need to leave the garden eggs to boil. But it shouldn't go under. It shouldn't go underneath. So we can easily get hold of it when we want to get it right. Okay. So now we're going to start blending the habanero pepper. We call it papushito in Ghana, but it's the habanero pepper. We're going to grind it now whilst we cook this thing. And I'm going to add some onions to it to blend it. So we're going to add onions to the habanero pepper. Right, we're going to add some onions to it. We're going to add some onions to it. We're going to put some small salt in it because there's salt in the salted fish. So I'm going to put some small salt in this. And then normally we don't use the granulated salt. We use the rough one. We use the rough salt as a matter of fact. We have to blend these things slowly. Let me turn this. One side should be in the water limit. The other side should also be. And then you bring the fire up so it boils. Let me give it time in. Let me give it 10 minutes. So we're gonna blend this one slowly. We're gonna blend this one slowly. We're gonna blend this. This thing is called a tapoli. That's what we use in blending traditionally. But traditionally, Africans didn't have electronic blenders. This is what we're using. And it's very efficient, very organic, very natural. We don't use electricity. I mean, energy efficient. It's an energy efficient equipment. So Africans before then we knew about energy efficiency because most of our implements that we were using were energy efficient. So we're gonna blend this nicely. So we see how the blending is going. So we're gonna blend this nicely. Let me check whether the garden eggs are well cooked. Still not well cooked, so we need to leave it to cook. We need to leave the garden eggs to cook. Maybe I should add a bit of water, so I need to add some bit of water to the garden eggs. So I'm gonna add water to the garden eggs and the plantain on fire as well. Okay. Ciao, 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 ciao. Thank you for joining. Subscribe, comment, share, and like. So we're gonna add some bit of water. And then we up the fire a bit. So we are still blending our pepper. So you can see it's now looking fine, finely blended, right? That's what it is. So I have some rough tomatoes here. We call it the poto poto. It was very soft tomato, so I just blended it down. So I'm gonna add this tomato that I blended down to it. It was getting soft. So I decided to blend it down, so I added it to it. So we have the poto poto tomato. Normally when the tomato gets soft, we call it the poto poto. So I have to blend it down for the sake of preservation. Because normally I prefer most of my things to be fresh and organic. Right, so we have our plantain boiling, our garden eggs also boiling. Very soon we'll bring our garden eggs out of the pan, and then we'll do the needful. So our salt fish is also boiling nicely there. At least when I boil the salt fish, it reduces the quantity of the salt within the salt fish. That is why I normally prefer boiling it. Some people also do grill it. They will grill it on charcoal. So they do charcoal grill. They do it charcoal grill. So you can see how fine the thing looks like. Because we boiled it for a while, it's looking fine. So now we're gonna be looking at I think our garden egg is beginning to get ready. Then we have our salt fish also boiling here. So let me turn the other side too. Turn the other side too. Maybe I will boil extra 5 minutes in addition. I'll boil extra 5 minutes in addition to the current state that is in. So I think garden eggs are okay now, so they need to come off fire. So they will come off fire. To be blended. Let me blend this few and see how soft. Okay, it's okay as well. And as well cooked. It's well cooked. So we're gonna bring this one to part. So organic. We're gonna bring this one to part. So organic. We're gonna bring this one to that. So organic. And we're gonna use our energy efficient 0% electricity blender that blends anything you can think of. It blends anything you can think of. So now we are looking at blending the remaining ones in addition. So we have this one also going off, and then we have this one also going off. So now we can, okay, I've got another one here. So now we can stir through, so that the ones under will come on top. Okay, I found another one here. So we're gonna stir through. It. So it arranges nicely. And I'm gonna add extra water. So the water is not enough. So I add extra water. Let me blend this one first. So we see how the whole thing is being blended. Natural organic food made in Africa. So giving you all the best from Africa. Natural organic cooking. So I'm gonna add some water. Here we are, to add the water to it. Add the water to it. The salted fish have some kind of aroma. So when we are normally doing it, I make sure I don't give any fly chance to come in, because it has some things that those creatures like. So you need to do everything possible to secure. So we're gonna keep this thing blending till it's fine. Now I'm going to taste a bit of the salted fish to see whether it's all good. So let me take a small piece of it. I'm gonna taste to see whether the salted fish is well cooked. Okay, I think it's well cooked. It's well cooked. We have this one getting ready. But there's more to the process. So after this, now we're gonna boil eggs as well. So I think once the salted fish is cooked, we're cooking our eggs. Our eggs will be cooking very soon. So now I think I need to bring the salted fish to boil. So this is our salted fish. You can see it here. I'm going to drain the water from it. And I'll leave it to dry. So that's our salted fish. I'm going to leave it to dry. Now it's time to cook our eggs, so we're going to cook our eggs. Now we're going to cook our eggs. It's time to cook our eggs. We're gonna leave this thing. So eggs, we're cooking 2 eggs in addition to it. So we start our egg cooking. I'm gonna cook it for 15 minutes. And now it's time to check on the plantain. I think the plantain is okay now. So we'll bring this to 0. Now we're going to take one to try to see how it looks like. So I need to bring. So we're gonna peel it, but let me put some cold water on it. So this is how it looks. So we peel it and then we take it out. So now we'll bring the water from this one and then put cold water on it, right? So we're going to drain the water from here. So we're going to cover it and then we'll take it for draining. We have a drain. So this is a Akauwu. So we're going to add water to make it look more, a bit of cold water. we add a bit of cold water to cool it down. Okay, so we add a bit of cold water to cool it down. So now you can see we're cooling it down. This is how the plantain is looking. Let's wait for our egg. After our egg, we want to heat this palm nut oil, natural oil, palm nut. We want to heat it, and then we'll put it on the sauce. We'll keep blending this one. So you can see some of the garden egg in it, so we need to blend it. The barest smoothness possible. You don't need to. I don't need to press my hand that hard. I only do it. Softly. Do it softly. And the one side of the egg did not get the chance to be at the right position. So it's beginning to blast. I will manage it like that. So we'll keep doing the blending. We'll keep doing the blending just to keep it focused and smooth. So we get it smooth. So now let me test. Well blended. So we're going to bring our salted fish back, place it on the sauce. So salted fish will come back to garnish the sauce. We are going to heat our oil after we finish boiling this. So we're gonna keep why all the eggs are cracked. And the water level was low. So our egg is on fire, getting boiled. Now let's start peeling some of the plantain. So we're gonna peel some of the plantain. So we peel it, you do it this way, you peel it like this. And then you put it. Then you take this one, and you just press it like this, it peels. I'm gonna peel it. Don't worry, the fire is off, so you can just pick it like that and you peel it. So you peel it. Pick and peel it. Sometimes it gets peels by itself. So when you see that it has been peeled by itself, then it tells you that it's well cooked. So this my vlogging channel. It's not a cooking class. It's a vlog to share how I cook. So we'll peel a couple of them here. I'm gonna leave the rest in. I'm gonna leave the rest in the pan. I'm gonna leave the rest in there. So I think I need to pour the cold water from it. It's much. So the cold water is out of it. So let me taste the salted fish and see. It's crazy tasty. So now our egg, I think our egg is getting boiled. Oh, I think the fire was too much for it, or the water was too small for it. But it's okay. Let me add some water to it. I'm gonna add some water to it. So add some more water to it. And then bring the fire up. So we're waiting for our egg to get ready, and then we'll tackle the red oil. Let the fire up so the egg completes faster, and then we'll come to the real deal. So anybody with idea as to why the egg got cracked and blasted? Does anybody have an idea about why the egg? Was it because of the water level? I normally cook my eggs, modern times, cook my eggs with an egg cooker. So even with that, sometimes it does blast. It does blast as well. So I think our eggs are getting ready to be okay. It's the last step. We're gonna manage it like that. So I've put plenty of water. So I think our eggs are okay. Let's get the eggs out of fire now. I'm gonna get our eggs off fire now. So we're gonna get our eggs out of fire. So now we're going to handle the red oil now. So it's now time to deal with the red oil. So take the red oil. Let me bring it here so that you see it very well. Let me bring this one here. Then I'll bring this one here so we can see the red. We're gonna get the red oil here. So now we're gonna get the red oil. So we're gonna get the red oil fried in onions. So we're gonna add our onions to it. This is just to heat the oil. This is palm nut oil, not produced in the factories, produced locally. So you need to allow it to boil and heat as well. So we're gonna heat our palm oil to the required heat it to the required heat or appropriate heat that we want it to be heated to. So very soon I'm going to be adding the oil. So let me bring the oil, the fire down on the oil. Now the fire off. Let me push this one back. As soon as we put the oil in the sauce, you're going to hear some some sound, some clicking sound. It's gonna sound shh. That is the best part of this meal. So, gonna mix it up here. Now we're gonna bring our eggs. We're gonna peel our eggs and then so we have our egg. Let me wash it. It's so hot. So we have our egg here. And I'm going to bring the second egg. This is hot. Gosh, it's pretty hot. Let me wash. So we have our second egg to here. So you see how the whole thing looks now. So we have our plantain here, and then we have our so now let me clean the mess around. We're gonna clean the mess around. We're gonna clean the mess around. We're done cleaning with the mess. Let me wipe off the table. I'm gonna wipe off the table. I'm gonna wipe the place nicely before we start. Oh, fell inside. Before we start eating. So guys, it's time to eat. So I'm going to serve it on the dining table and then eat. So I'll see you guys. So let's go to the dining hall and eat. I'm going to the dining hall and eat. So hey guys, we have the food right here. We're gonna do justice to it. So this is how it is taken. You break the plantain and then you fetch the sauce. It goes. Then you fetch some of the salted fish and then you chew. So that is how this African food is cooked. Very delicious, very nice. So we have our plantain, unpeeled. It slices into pieces. I slice it into pieces. That is how I did it. Slice it on the plantain into pieces, and then boil it. Slice my garden egg into pieces, boil it with the plantain, and then also add my pepper, my fresh habanero pepper or the green pepper, the capochito, onto the plantain. And then I fried it, I boiled it. After boiling for a while, I mash it or I blend it in this earthen pot called apotoyoa with a particular hand blender called a poly special one from Africa. Right. Then whilst I'm doing this, I'm blending this one, get my salted fish, which locally we call it kobe, which is kobe, salted fish. I boil it. Then after all of them is ready, I boil 2 eggs as well. And then after boiling the 2 eggs, I peel the plantain, put them in the plate. Now we have the blended garden eggs and pepper in this one. I blended that one too. And then red oil, I heat red oil. After heating the red oil with onions for about some 5 minutes, I pour the red oil into the earthen pot or the earthen blender without necessarily frying it on fire. So with this one, we don't fry it on fire. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Subscribe.